Alright, video game warriors, welcome on back. This is episode 8 of our Soul Reaver 1 Remastered 100% walkthrough. Hopefully doing alright. Let's get cracking. We've got quite a lot of stuff to get in this episode. This is kind of like the big collectathon phase. So let's go get all that stuff. First of all, we got to get a bunch of pizza slices for some health upgrades. So there are some in the training rooms. So I think what we'll do is we'll follow this up. We've got one that's at the top of the underworld, so let's head there first of all. Now that we have the ability to climb, we should be able to climb a wall just at the top of this section, and we'll grab that pizza slice. Hopefully you've been enjoying Soul Reaver 1 Remastered so far. I am ridiculously happy that we get to play a fully remastered Soul Reaver game. It's absolutely awesome. I don't know if you tried playing like the older Steam sort of like ports of the PS1 games, but they weren't very user friendly and the controls were like pretty terrible, so it's nice to get a proper remaster. Hopefully we get a remaster of Defiance as well. So what we're doing here is we are changing back to physical realm. Now we have the ability to climb this wall, so we shall grab this one. So let's get that, and then we also have another one which I don't think we've grabbed it just yet, which is sort of like in the starting training area. We have to fight a bunch of vampires. It kind of like teaches you about fighting vampires here. So there's one just through this room as well, so we're going to go Spectral Realm, jump on down, and we should be able to phase through and get this pizza slice. So that's 2 in this episode, 3 on the wheel in total, and then I think what we'll do is we need to get to Malkaya's territory. I'm not sure what the fastest way to get there is. What I might do is just use the old trick of save slot 13, so save slot 13, overwrite, yes, quit, yes, load 13, then we can go straight back to the warp gate up here. So Malkaya's territory has got like quite a lot of stuff to grab, so let's grab that, pop this. Malkaya, I think it kind of looks a bit like an M, the symbol, but not quite an M, but it kind of looks like a bit of an M, so that's how I remember that anyway. Oh, the Necropolis theme. I love this music so much. So good. I listen to this track often, to be totally fair, just find it on YouTube or whatever. So we're gonna go to physical and head out. I'm just trying to, there's quite a lot to get here, so I'm using all my brain power to remember all the stuff. Oh, this theme tune though, so good. So there's one up here on a climbable wall, so we're going to get pizza slice up the top of this wall. Okay, so that's 4 on the pizza slice wheel. We have the ability to swim now, so all good. Jump up. Just going to grab this. We need to get a few achievements, so I'm going to work towards those. We need to feed on 100 vampire souls, so make sure to be doing that. And I think we still need to get the achievement for throwing vampires into the water and also setting them on fire and also throwing them onto wall spikes. So what I'm going to do is get hit on purpose, and then we can use these vampires as like wall spikes vampires. So if you need to do wall spikes, this is quite a good area to do it. There's some just there. And we'll take the soul as well. But yeah, if you need to like farm this achievement, the wall spikes one, this is quite good area to get it here. So we don't quite have it, but that's all good. And ideally what we need to have now is a full health, so we get access to the Soul Reaver weapon. If you don't have full health at this point, that's okay. You can just go to Spectral Realm, and then you can defeat some enemies here in the Spectral Realm, and then phase back again. I think there's a portal like literally just here. So yeah, if you need to do that, then just go here and then phase back. It's all good. And then we need to use the Soul Reaver just in this section here. So pop that. That will sort of like activate that or move it or whatever, giving us access to this. That's really tricky to see that in the original as well, because you don't get these symbols. You know, this like claw symbol there to like use stuff. You don't get that at all in the original. So like, I don't think I ever knew that even existed in my first playthrough. Anyway, so that's the glyph energy upgrade. So make sure to bag that as we get an achievement for getting all the glyph energy upgrade stuff. I think we can also go to Nupraptor's area from here. Although we won't be able to listen to the awesome Necropolis theme tune anymore. It's all good. So you jump down here. I'm just going to see if those two lesser vampires kind of respawn in. I'm not sure how far you have to travel away for them to spawn in. Just having a look. Apparently further than that. But maybe you have to go back to like the warp gate door or something for them to spawn in. Anyway. So there is a way we can go to Nupraptor's place, which I think is down this section here. So we're going to follow this down and then up. So now we can swim and we can climb up this wall as well. Give this guy the old one too. We need vampire souls, so yoink. We'll take that. Thank you very much. It's usually a bit better if you can come to this place when it's daytime, because it's a bit trickier to like see what you're doing at night, but it's all good if you turn up here at night time, so don't worry about it. So giant skull there in the wall. Once again, I don't know if you've played Elden Ring, but in Caelid in Elden Ring, you'll see like loads of like massive skulls in the walls. Once again, I think this game probably inspired From Software quite a bit with some of the stuff that it uses. I don't know, the vampire went away for ages. I'm just kind of like feeding on the souls here because we need that achievement, so yoink. Okay, so quite a few bits and bobs to grab in this area. We could also go for wall spikes here, so I might just let him hit us and then go, thank you very much. Nice one. Throw 10 vampires into wall spikes. There we go. So that's the wall spikes one done. Perfect. I still need the souls. Yoink. Thank you very much, sir. Take that. And I'll take your soul as well. Yoink. Still racking those up. Okay, so a little bit more sort of like platforming, puzzle type stuff in this area. So what we do is jump to that wooden bit, jump to this stone bit, then Spectral Realm. That brings down this wooden bit from above, high jump up. You can also crouch on these platforms. If you crouch in, you won't fall off. So if you want to crouch to sort of like help you stay on the things a little bit better, then that is an option if you want to do that. So here, back to physical, then we high jump up to here, then we high jump again, just above us to another platform thing. And then we go to these stairs. Just be careful of your step once again. So we're going to crouch, high jump across, high jump up. And this is towards the top. Let's head on out here. Also, video game warriors, if you are enjoying this video, then please do pop the video a like. I would appreciate it very much. It really helps out a lot. Like, very, very much. So I know YouTubers say it all the time, but genuinely it makes a huge, huge difference if you do press like on the video. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. We still need to get the Scorch achievement, like setting vampires on fire, so we'll pop him into the sunlight here. I think it's sunlight as far as I can tell, or maybe not. Okay, maybe not. I'm not too sure what's kind of going off there with that, but I don't think I've ever actually looked up there. It's quite crazy. Anyway, we don't really need to worry about that guy. So look, we're just going to crouch here, and you've got to do like a very, very straight glide from here to here. So that is that. Then we're going to follow it around a little bit to roughly around here. Then we're going to do a manual aim, and you need to like pay attention to this block and make sure that it moves backwards, like that. So that's just moved backwards. That's really important that it does move backwards. I sometimes just do it a few times just to make sure, because if you don't move it backwards, you have to go all the way through that thing again. Just a bit of a nightmare. So the blocks move backwards, and then we're going to high jump, and we'll just grab this teleport gate first of all. Once again, you get an achievement for getting all the teleport gates and stuff, so even though you may never use this, just bag it for the achievement. So that's I think it's Nupraptor's Retreat Warp Gate, that one is. So I'm going to head back out, and then we're going to go up. There's a pizza slice just above us. So there we go. So this is the reason that we kind of like use that projectile to push that block, is because the block is at the top of this climb. So if you don't move it, then you can't get up here. And its pizza slice is just here. So that's, we've got 5. So we've got a health upgrade from that pizza slice, nice one. And then we're going to also use this cliff here to glide back across. And we'll now do the, I think this is the stone glyph sort of mini temple thing. This is another block puzzle. The block puzzle here is pretty harsh. So we need to be using all of our brain capacity. So I hope you got your brain capacity ready. So first of all, we're going to grab that block here. I think it goes in the opposite side. So we're going to flip, flip, and flip. There'll be a lot of flipping going on at this section. So yeah, make sure to have your brain capacity at maximum here, video game warriors, and be ready to flip. So that's just clicked in place. So listen out for the clicks as well when you put the things in place. That's that one. I think one of them is relatively lined up for us here. I think this place has got its own little theme tune as well, which is quite wild. It just created a theme tune for like one stone glyph place. That's kind of like the back of his head, which I think is just here. Yeah, so that's just straightforward. And then I think this one is a guy just kind of like don't know if it's like sucking in air or blowing out air. I'm not quite sure what the thing is as such, but we just look at this here. So this is a guy with some kind of like major headache. So we don't need that one. It's the guy sucking in air in front of major headache guy. So we need sucking in air over there. There's one up here up top, so you can use. Don't forget you can use your projectiles as well to make things a little bit smoother. Okay, so I'm just gonna go. My brain juice is going now. So we've got guys sucking in air over that way. I think one of these blocks is also just a blank block, if memory serves. But I don't know which one it is. Maybe it's that one. Just gonna have a look. So that looks blank as far as I can tell. This is also guy sucking in air. And that one, there's one up in the corner there, so let's have a look at that. So we need to like make sure we're putting the right blocks in the right places. This is guy with massive headache. Okay, so guy with massive headache, we definitely don't need on this side. It needs to go on the other side. So what we'll do is we'll flip, flip, and flip. I told you lots of flipping. It's going to happen. So that guy needs to go down this way. So I'm just going to spam that a little bit. I'm just going to check there's no blocks down here that we can move. No. This is major headache guy. This is kind of like the swirly bit on the end. This is sucking in air guy. So major headache guy, go down there. Sucking in air, you go down there. So he needs to go this way. Needs to face this way. And then we need to flip him this way. But we also need to find swirly bit, so it's here. So this guy needs to go that way. And swirly bit down here. We also need swirly bit to be lined up properly, so trying to think what is like the. It needs to face this way, but also flip that way. I think. Block puzzles. I told you, block puzzles. The true boss fights of this game. Block puzzles. The true super bosses of Soul Reaver 1. That's for sure. Okay, so that's major headache in place. Then we've got swirly, which I think camera please. Okay, so swirly and major headache are in place. That one I believe is blank on the just behind us. This is guy sucking in air, or possibly blowing it out. I'm not too sure what he's doing, but anyway, that was a click, so that is all of that. That just leaves the really tricky spicy one, which is actually hidden just up here at the entrance, which the first time that I played this took me so long to find this. I was looking around for a very long time trying to find this one block. It took absolutely ages. So this guy is this is the sucking in or blowing out air. I'm not quite sure if it is doing that or if it is air, but you tell me in the comments. Feel free to let us know your interpretation of this mural picture thing. So just flip this around a couple of times, 3 times actually, and then we're gonna make sure it's facing this way, and then just give it a few projectiles. This should be it. Awesome. So that is the stone thing. Love the animations on that. It's awesome. So grab that. The animations also remind me of some of the enemies in Tomb Raider 3, like with the stone things that come to life in Tomb Raider 3. I don't know if you played that. It's like these like stone warriors that come to life. It looks like that. Anyway, that's the stone glyph. So that is that. Next I think we'll go get the sound glyph real quick as well. So for this particular area I think we are done for now. So what we'll do is we'll do a save on slot 14, save slot 14, and then we'll quit, yes, load 14. And then we'll get a bunch of stuff, another glyph, the sound glyph. So we're going to head here. We need to go to the silenced cathedral, which is that one, I think. I think this is like at the entrance to the silenced cathedral. Once again, I think there's humans just outside this door, so just be careful if you don't want to attack the humans. Although we've already got the achievement at this point, so I don't think it really matters too much, but anyway, so we're going to go in here. Bunch of stuff to grab. I don't know if we've got the achievement for throwing enemies in water, so this is actually probably quite a good place to do it as well. I mentioned it in one of the previous episodes, but this area right here is quite good for throwing these 2 enemies in the water, so you might as well grab it if you can. But you have to take some damage so you don't like Soul Reaver this guy. So you just want to take a little bit of damage. Might take a couple of throws, but that's one. The achievement, there we go. So achievement is Drowned Rat. Throw 10 vampires into water. There we go. That's that. Let's see if we can use some glyph energy here. So this is the stone one we just got, which basically just, I think it just locks them in place. Although you can't really do too much there. Not sure if the water one, let's just check that out. I just think I don't think that did too much. He was just aggravated that he just threw some water on him. It was like, Raziel, what are you doing? that was basically all that happened there, I think. I don't really tend to use the water glyphs too much. Or the stone. I pretty much just use fire and sun glyphs, but we'll get those a little bit later. The fire and the sun, I would say, are the best because they did literally just burn everything, and that's great, you know. So we're going to use that climbable wall and high jump and go back into the cathedral. So we need to work our way to get the sound glyph and also glyph energy upgrade as well. So we'll grab that just up here. This way. Shift into spectral. Here we go. Also, video game warriors. I am developing my own video game. The Steam page is up online. The game is called Loki the Lynx. It's a colourful 2D platformer collectathon. I hope to release the game in 2025. So if you are into, you know, platformer collectathons, feel free to check it out. Wishlist it on Steam, and I really hope you enjoy the game if you do play it in 2025. Thank you for checking it out as well. Okay, so we need to... there's a climbable wall just behind us. Which we... Oh, I thought I was going for that one down there, but I'll take that one. Oh, good. I'll leave a link to the Steam page as well in the video description, or you can just search Loki the Lynx. But yeah, I'd massively appreciate it if you take a look at it. So we're going to the physical realm. There's a wall just behind us, so we're going to jump up this wall. And we'll grab this glyph energy, which is this way. I usually do a high jump there as well, because it's these sort of like floors can be a little bit weird, and Raziel gets like caught on them quite a lot. Glyph energy there. So jump up, grab that. So that's glyph energy upgrade. This is what I mean about the floors and stuff. So what I tend to do is like walk backwards a little bit here, and then kind of like go from the top like that. It helps like get up the thing a little bit better or easier. We also need to get the sound glyph, so just jump straight down into this section and follow this here. I'm going to give this guy the old one too. Take his soul. Thank you very much. Or reave his soul. So manual aim, hold down right trigger, hold down Y, let go of Y to shoot the projectile. This is the sound glyph. So like dungeon or temple, whatever you want to call it. So this one, not too tricky, but it can be a bit of a nightmare if you lose the... You basically have to like grab this sort of... don't know what it's called, but this thing where you hit a giant sound bell, like a little, you get like a little stick or a staff thing. So we're going to go physical realm, this thing. So what we need to do basically is I'm going to put this down a sec. So hold down left trigger and then press attack to drop a weapon if you need to do that. Then what I'm going to do is manually aim to smash this glass up above, like so. So that's now smashed. Grab this, then we're going to manually aim again. Go sort of like this way a little bit, so we need to make sure it like securely lands up top, which is really tricky to see if it actually works, but you want to be going like roughly around there. Okay, so as far as I can see, that's up there. Although, like I say, it's quite tricky to see. And then you want to head back to this like entrance wall section, just climb straight up. And then this is just a case of like spectral and physical stuff. So just go spectral, then go physical. I think what it wants you to do is kind of like throw it from thing to thing, but you don't really need to do that. If you can land that first shot into that section, then you just skip the dungeon basically. So spectral for that last jump as it raises the platform up, then go back to physical, then grab the staff, stick, bell hitting device, and then whack that. So that will ring the bell, and then you get the sound glyph like so. So that's the power up. But once again, I don't really tend to use the sound one too much, to be totally fair. But you know, let me know in the comments if you find it useful. Okay, so that is that one. I think that's everything in the cathedral for now. Don't forget that you can get like a secret achievement at the top of the cathedral where you open those 3 pipes and it defeats the enemies just below the 3 pipes. If you missed it, you can find it in the episode, I think it's episode 4, where we did the Silence Cathedral. So feel free to check out episode 4, Silence Cathedral episode. If you haven't got that achievement, you can grab it just after you defeat Zephon, so just watch out for that. I think there's one more thing that we can grab, so we're gonna just follow this path outside here. Then we want to go back to physical, like so. But yeah, feel free to let me know, video game warriors, how you're getting on with Soul Reaver 1 so far. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I love this game so much, and I hope that you're enjoying it as well. Absolutely fantastic game. Once again, you can throw these vampires into the water if you still need to throw them in to get the achievement. And I mentioned it in a previous episode, but I do have a no commentary long play of this on my second YouTube channel, which is called Video Game Galaxy. So if you wanted to watch like a no commentary version with like all the cutscenes on it and that type of thing, then check out Video Game Galaxy. You can find that on my website, which is Azzavhar.com, or you can find a link to it on my main Azzavhar YouTube channel. It's got like a bunch of different YouTube channels on there that I run, which is primarily this channel and also Video Game Galaxy. So what we're doing here is you just basically jump into the water and swim around this corner. Now that we have the ability to swim, we can swim up and round there. We also need the ability to climb. So this is a pizza slice. And then we've got, there we go, so we've got 1 out of the 5 slices on the pizza slice. And we've got the sun glyph to get quite soon. I think the sun glyph is probably one of my favourite glyphs, if not my favourite glyph in the entire game. It's really, really useful. But yeah, I think what we will do here, Video Game Warriors, is wrap up this episode. Please do give the video a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more gaming content, guides, boss guides from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.